What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video, and we're back on EA Sports MMA. Now, I uploaded a video a little while ago on this game, and the comments, obviously, you know, this game is very fluid in its strike, and there is a few things it does wrong, a few things it does right. Ground and pound is just brilliant. Today we're just going to play a couple of fights and just see how it shakes out, really. But I saw in the video, a few of the comments were saying, you know, people overhype this game. It's nowhere as good as some people in the comments say it is. And for me, with all the respect in the world, that sounds like people that haven't played it. With all the respect in the world, I know that sounds really rude, but at the end of the day, if you haven't played it, that's okay. But people are saying that it's like overhyped. It's one of those games that visually the fighters, they don't look the best. They just don't. That is just a fact. Some of them look pretty shit. Some of them look, I mean, over him looks half like Shrek there. EA Sports, like, new games, UFC 4, makes the fighters look far better. But people are saying that, you know, the newer games, UFC 4 especially, excels in every manner. And that's just not something I can believe. I'm going to play as Bob Sapp, because if I remember, is it this game he has a shit ton of power on, but, like, no other stat? It might be this game he has a shit ton. It's this or you Undisputed 3, I can't remember. I'm going to go up against another boxer, Tim Sylvia. Let's give it a go. But yeah, let's jump into it, and we'll talk about it a little bit more. Alright, sorry guys, I had to turn the commentary off. I can never remember how to play the game off the start. Okay, that's how you do it. Okay. Okay, let me try and figure this out quickly. Okay. Okay, that way. Okay, that way. Okay, alright, I remember. Okay, yeah, people are saying, like, the game, like, you know, when we're talking about it in the comments and we're saying, like, how much fun this game is, people are saying, oh my god, you overhype it so much. It's really not. It's one of those games where, visually, it's pretty unappealing because of the time it came out. But let's be honest, when did EA ever do something perfect? However, the combinations you can put together are far more fluid than any other UFC game, in my opinion. It's, you know, Undisputed 3 is a close one, but there's things you can put together in this game. Obviously, Bob Sapp is not a great example of what you can put together, but in terms of the combinations that you can put together, this is, like, you know, not perfect, but it's pretty nice. It's fluid. It feels good. I mean, you can see he's just absolutely piecing me up. Also, you can get, like, one-shot flash drops and stuff in this game. Like, you can just be, like, striking normally, and then all of a sudden you just met with this fucking nasty shot to the chin, and it's game over. See like that? Oh, see like that? He hurt my body with one shot. Oof. Yeah, Bob Sapp's power's too much. It's over. Look at that ground and pound. That ground and pound's nasty. Yeah, other people say, you know, the being able to kick people in the head is what makes people, like, overhype this game. I just have to disagree. I really do. I think you could definitely say the game could be considered clunkier. I think that's definitely a fair argument. But to say that it was overhyped and, like, you know, that, like a lot of you guys will watch these videos and you'll be like, oh, this brings me back, and oh my god, what a fun game, and stuff like that. And the thing is, like, us as UFC fans, a lot of the time what we want is like this. We want this variation of rules. You know, I know a lot of you guys have said that you want these things in the new UFC games. And it's just little things like this, you know, being able to go online and maybe soccer kick a bitch in the head. It's just fun. It's just fun. Let's go with these we'll go with these rules. 1 20-minute round this will be. I think I'm going to play as either Nick Diaz or Robbie Lawler. I'm going to play as Nick Diaz, as he was right there. And we'll go up against Robbie Lawler. I love this fight. Love this. Always love to do this fight. Now, one thing I have to say is, I've said before in videos, like, there's certain things that's better than UFC 4, and I've seen, like, I ask the question a lot, is this better than UFC 4? You know, do you guys prefer watching this content over... Oh, I'm taunting by accident. Do you guys prefer watching this over the UFC 4 content? And a lot of people say yes, and like I said, there's people that will come in and say UFC 4 is miles better than this. I think, in terms of, like, I mean, look at the fluidity of them, that combination right there. That combination was something just beautiful. Just the way you can put them together like this. Mix up your head kicks with it as well. you know, UFC 4 in terms of its clean striking is miles better. UFC 4 is like the ability just, like everything is a step forward in this game. You can't just plant your feet. Even if I plant and jab, I go forward. Like I'm always moving unless they're in range. The game definitely spoon feeds you that. The ground game is like okay, like, you know, like that's pretty nice transition for sure. And, you know, being able to do things like this is definitely, you know, it's got a unique submission game as well. Like this, you'll probably see here. Look. So you got to attack, and I'm out of stamina, and then he's out. So I wasn't able to do it in time there. And then I got to get off like this, but he's denied that. So the transitions definitely do feel smoother, but the thing that wins people over in this game, it's not like being able to kick someone in the head. Like, that's great, and people love doing that in these MMA games because it's brutal, and that's why we pay the money we do for MMA games, because we want that brutality that not many of us are going to do. Not many of us are going to get in a cage in real life. Oh, a nasty return head kick there. Get off me, Lawler. You know, however, sorry guys, I was just concentrating. I was trying to beat Lawler's ass. Sorry, let me. Oh fuck! See what I mean? How about just the one punches? How literally one punch can just shut you down. Again, one punch. I'm coming in like that, and I'm just getting caught. Oh my god! Oh, I gotta focus. I gotta focus because Lawler's obviously on the wrecking path. No, okay. Okay, move out of the way. Move out of the way. All right, I don't want this. I don't want this battle. Get off. You know, I think, like, it's the ground and pound. Ground and pound wins people over in MMA games. And that's why everyone loves Undisputed 3. That's why when people watch these videos, they love it. Because you have so much, like, just violence. Just, at the end of the day, when you jump on someone when you see people jump on people in the UFC, it's not, like, just 1, 2, 3. It is just throwing whatever sticks and hoping for the best. That's what these guys do when they do ground and pound. It's just throwing a series of nasty shots, and you get an opening like this. You throw your combinations, and yeah, like, you know, they're a bit messy. Nick Diaz's style is a bit odd as a boxer, and I can boot a bitch in the head. He should be okay. He's gonna survive. Yeah. Can I crack in a submission? Do you think? I'm trying to crack in a submission, but I'm low on stamina. So this is how you do it properly. You talk it. You talk it. You talk it. See, it's like a bit of a battle. See? I've got to fill that red up. You see the battle that we're going through here? Let's crank that shit and make him tap. Things like that. That's a much better mini-game to the UFC 4 one, in my opinion. Miles better. EA had a good recipe with UFC 3 and UFC 2's submission minigame. Way better. Miles better. However, I prefer this to UFC 4, without a doubt. Just that simple, square, he's pressing circle, watching our stamina, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because at the end of the day, I could do it until I'm this low on stamina. He could just let me. He could just spam circle, poof, and he's out the submission. And that's how it would work. Alright, boys, I'm going to do one more. I'm going to go with light heavyweight, and we'll go with just straight up Strikeforce rules, like, you know, so that's no ground elbows, no ground knees, and no ground kicks, just very simple rules, if you will, but, you know, I suppose that's the whole part of Esports MMA, is because it is a MMA game. I'm going to, of course, go with Dan Henderson, or do I go with Gegard Mousasi? No, I'm going to go with Dan Henderson. This game's biggest issue, you'll see it says speciality. Now, a guy like Dan Henderson, he's going to want to stand and bang for a little bit, as he does in most of his fights. However, in this game, because his speciality is wrestling, the game almost ignores that, and he will just spam takedowns. Same as Alistair Overeem is Muay Thai. The Muay Thai specialities will just spam clinches. They just will. They'll just try and get in 60, 70 clinches around, and that's broken. And I'm glad that at least some things are at least in that regard are better in UFC 4, without a doubt. But that's like that's why you see me a lot of the time I go up against boxers and brawlers, because they don't spam that clinch, because it's really boring. It's a really boring fight to have. just constantly getting out of clinches is unbelievably boring. But Dan Henderson's got big power, and I'm about to fucking knock the shit out of Musasi with it. Look at him, already backed up in the corner. Already. Look at me shake my head in disapproval. Touch gloves? See, like, you just got to do that over and over again when you fight a Muay Thai fighter. So that's what I'm talking about with, like, with the fluidity of combinations. You can just... Oh. Break. Oh, that hurt. I was trying to do a big step forward and Superman punch. So even Musasi's trying... Oh, the spin him. Come on, Musasi, up you get. He's getting hammered here. Problem is, though, with this game, like I said earlier, guys, is if you get lazy, the game will teach you a lesson. If you leave yourself wide open... I mean, right now, Musasi's not wanting to do a grand deal of anything. But you can see, look at the parry system that he's got going on right now. Get the fuck off me, boy. Oof, oof. Oh, fuck, I'm getting lazy. Oh, watch it, watch it, watch it. Ow. Oh my god, he's fucking parrying me like a good one now. Ah, you son of a... Okay. 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 Not really where I want to be. There we go. Break that. Break that. Block. Cover up. Break. Come on. So you can see sometimes there's not much that happens, and like this situation is boring. So Musasi's not wanting to come forward, and so the AI, while programmed somewhat well, so this is medium. This is the same difficulty you guys see me playing all the time. The brawls, the wars that I have. Sometimes the AI is pretty much programmed to stick to its speciality, and it's sometimes if it can't achieve that, like kickboxing, he's not been able to do much. The AI will just stand there, and then once they get close, it will try and clinch. And that's what you'll notice, is he's now not wanting to do much. He's just trying to throw counter punches, but because he's not able to do it, because I'm mixing it up, he's just like doing very little. And that's when it can get boring. The AI was like almost over-programmed in this game to just fight like this. Like, I've had absolute mega losses against medium difficulty. But right now, look, I bullied him at the start. His health is weak. So, you know, he's not going to want to brawl with me, is he? He's not going to want to brawl with me here. Right, let's get him out of here. Let's get him out of here. Let's get him out of here. So, I mean, he's a kickboxer. He's obviously going to try and wrestle, but you can just tell, like, the AI's in this desperation mode where it's just, like, not knowing what to do with me. Also, body shots. It really doesn't know how to defend body shots. So you can see, it's not doing much, is it, right now? Like, this is definitely where EA have definitely improved their, like, the fartiest little uppercut at the end there, because I was out of stamina. But, he's out. He's out. It is what it is. But, you know, this game definitely has its pros and cons. I think if the online was about today, I don't believe it would be highly played. I think a lot of people just enjoy watching a little bit of it, and they get their fix. They're like, okay, I'm pretty set. The game has its glaring weaknesses. The AI is incredibly one of those. The way it sticks to its speciality is just like boring beyond belief sometimes. The fluidity of the combinations is super fun. The ground and pound is second to none. Submission system is brilliant. I really enjoy the submission system. I really do. But, you know, overall, the game is fun. But you can see the AI did not want to do anything. He just stood there for a good portion of it. He didn't want to do much. So, but, you know, you can see just bullying him. But overall, a fun game. And yeah, not that it's definitely better than UFC 4, but I don't think that the gap in fun and the gap in, you know, more unique style of gameplay is miles apart. I think UFC 4 has its pros, like I said, being more up to date in terms of, you know, the way you can strike on the game. This game has, you know, better ground and pound, in my opinion, better submission system, more unique career mode, you know, more fluid combos in terms of you're not restricted to what you can throw. You cannot exchange in this game. You have to just do tit for tat. Second you punch someone, they cannot punch back in that sequence. It's just impossible. They have to be out of the way, parry, or slip. So, you know, it has its pros, has its cons, but overall, a really fun game. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, if you have, drop a like, subscribe down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.